Hey everybody, we're here with none other than Ewald Penner from Jellybean Autocrafters. And Ewald, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
I'm doing very well.
You may remember that we did a really fun fall colors tour, and we took our Studebaker hot rod out with those guys. I'll link to that video. So tell us about the Studebaker here.
It's a 1954 Studebaker Champion, which at the time was the bottom of the line vehicle. And what the client's dream was to drive across Canada and across the States with it for the next many years. They wanted to have something that performed like a 2012, 2014 Corvette. So basically what we did is we put on high performance suspension all around.
Right.
The LS3 engine, it's got 435 horsepower, all fuel injected.
So that's not a stock engine or suspension? Just kidding, just kidding. There's nothing stock on this car, I don't think.
It is stock on this car. But no, it's just, we designed and engineered and built the frame ourselves. There's no frame available for it. And so the car itself is basically hand built. It came in what they call restored condition, but it was extremely poor condition, so it had to be redone again. Fortunate enough for us and the client, we found some NOS fenders for it, which we were able to save a bunch of time on, and the rest of it we hand built. And
it's a beautiful car.
Today,
it's a really beautiful car.
The center bar that gets attached right by the transmission, and the lower control arms or the larger black ones there's a pivot inside us when you're going over over speed bumps or anything like that. The articulation is there. And there's a pivot in the center, so you're not relying on your bushings taking up the slack rear bar bending, which most suspensions do. This here is a pivot, so it's free flowing, not exactly like an independent, but similar to the feel.
Very interesting. Yeah.
You got your adjustable shocks. You can adjust the height of the car. You see two knobs on there. That's for your compression and rebound adjustment. So we can tune this car to drive exactly how the client wants, whether it's on the track or whether it's for the street. It's a matter of just turning the knobs different ways to get the adjustment.
Really nice. So did you do a fair amount of tuning and then feedback from the client on this one?
So far we haven't. The car has 0 miles on it, and so we're still doing the show circuit right now. It's not a show car, but it's being displayed. We took first place at the Grand National Roadster Show with it, and it's not a show car, so that was kind of nice to happen, right? But from here, we'll start driving it, putting the miles on it. We'll tune it how we think it should be, and then we'll get the customer to drive it, and we'll tune it how they think it should be, because it's just kind of baseline a little bit for them, sort of thing, right? And when they want to go on a track like Area 27, they're not going to race it hard, but they do want to have kind of some parade laps type of deal.
Amazing.
So they want to do some autocrossing. They're not going to compete, but they want to have fun with it, so we'll be able to tune it that way as well. So it's going to be a lot. They're going to do a lot of miles in this car. So.
Is there any chance of opening the door to look inside? Yeah, let's do that. Dun, 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 dun.
We'll remove this side.
Oh yeah, so you've done everything from top to bottom. That's what I figured.
The car's a 1954, but the dashboard is from a 56 because it has a much nicer, appealing style to it.
Okay.
We've used modern gauges in it. Some of those gauges are one-off custom gauges because we're very particular in how the gauges had to look and how they would feel to the client.
Right.
The door panels, you can see there's kind of a diamond tuck pattern to them.
Yes.
They're actually not diamonds. They're rectangles set around an angle. It just gives a bit nicer look. And so the door panels are a copy, not since a copy, but a pay tribute to the top of line speedsters at the time.
Which gauges did you custom do out of these?
The clock on the end.
Oh, the clock, right. I saw your post on that. That's right.
The radio itself has Bluetooth, hands-free, all the different things in there.
Right.
So it's,
the radio's looks kind of period correct though.
Yeah, it's the original radio for a 56.
Yeah.
But everything inside is completely modified.
Man.
So,
now, how did that come about? How'd you manage to do the electronics on that?
There are a few companies that do that sort of thing, so we sent it out. We're able to do it ourselves, but it gives a much better value to the client if they are done for them.
That's
sort
really,
of thing. So.
It's really outstanding. And the seats are nice too. I mean, obviously they've got quite a lot of a side bolster on them, and they're power seats.
These are Infinity G37 seats.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And, because the amount of driving they would do, they'll do between 5,000 and 10,000 kilometers per year.
You need good seats. Yeah, no, I get it.
So you need good seats.
It's totally understandable with this. I like how you've gone with a kind of a sandblasted or sort of a matte look there on the inside of it with the chrome rim on it. Really nice. What size is this?
This is a 10 by 20.
20. Yeah.
The front is a 18 by.
We're an 18 on the front. Yeah, and you got a little bit of, you're tucked in. What do you call that?
I call it tucked in.
Yeah, the tucked in look, but it's not crazy ridiculous. Like this is still a driver.
That's right, exactly. The main thing on this car had to be a driver, had to be very comfortable.
Yeah.
people nowadays more and more, when they're driving the new vehicles, they enjoy the ride of that. But what they want to have is something that looks old still. And in our vehicles, most of the vehicles we do are built similar to this here. And this here is kind of the pinnacle of that. It's got air conditioning and all the amenities like that.
The term,
resto mod. Yep.
Which is exactly what they are.
Or to us, it's very important to buy the right car that you already like, so you don't need to modify it a lot.
Yeah.
Some things we did on this car here, for example, is the rear quarter panel is extremely modified. We found NOS fenders, as mentioned before, but the widest part of the car is right here. So what happens is, and the taillights was the narrowest part, so it angled in by about an inch. By the time you got here, you were 7/8 of an inch narrower than you are here, so which really limited the size of the tire.
Yeah.
In order to get this width of a tire without tubbing it out, when you tub it out, it affects trunk space. If you're going to do 10,000 kilometers a year on road trips, you want trunk space. So we felt that it was better to take the fender and pull this out by 7/8 of an inch to get that. The other modification we made was the taillight itself.
Yeah.
Beautiful taillight, but it was huge. The chrome itself was about 7/8 inches longer than it is now. So we cut that back to give it more of a modern look. This is in our mind, this is a 2018 Studebaker. So by shortening that, this is at an angle. The chrome itself.
So you actually took some chrome off of here, did you?
Yes, we did. Yeah, right between here, the 7/8 inch is missing there.
Wow. Yeah, I would never have known that. It fits really well.
Oh, thank you. By taking this distance out here, it made it narrower because it's all at an angle. So now this area here is 3/8 of an inch narrower. So we pulled the taillight over, modified everything to pull this whole thing over so it lines up with this side here. Then we pulled this in quarter panel, 7/8 wider here, but over here is 3/8 narrower. So we've actually just completely modified this brand new NOS fender to do all that. When you look at the car, it still looks totally factory.
I mean, what these guys do at Jellybean, I mean, the amount of work, planning and work and experience just to pull something like this off, to keep the look correct so it doesn't look weird, accommodate these big fat tires, modern suspension, preserve some of the functionality of it, and even just down to that detail with the lights. Like the amount of detail work and craftsmanship involved is really at a high level here, and that's what you pay for when you put money into cars like this. But this thing will last, you know, I mean, as long as the owner takes care of the car and nothing happens to it, I mean, you don't need to do this again. It's all properly done the first time. Congratulations, man. That is a fantastic job.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, well done.
Enjoy the show. Thank you.
Thank you.